All right, first bike trip ever. Got my buddy Tom here.
Hey, hey.
We're loaded up, got the bikes on. Some of the bags are on, some are in the truck. Drew's over there taking a leak. There he is. He's back.
I'm all done.
All right, we are ready to go. We're gonna film this whole thing for everybody. We'll put it on and it'll be a great time. We're excited about this. So we'll see you on the road. All right, so we came to the OAR pub. It's called the OR pub, right on the water. Go help Tom. My bike just fell over because of the weight, but this is what I'm running. I got the frame bag, the 15-liter saddle bag, and then I have a 7-liter front bag. I moved my water bottles out and around. I'm running. Oh, gotta fix that, it's a little off center. Got an Nalgene bottle holder there for extra water. And then got my tools, everything in there I need. But we're ready to go. So this is gonna be, day one is 34 miles to the campground. This is day one of the Finger Lakes Overnighter. You can see Drew's set up here.
We can all cheer.
Drew's got the trailer, the one-wheel trailer with a Maxxis tire on it too. That's awesome. Drew's giving me his best side.
It's a hookworm.
That is sweet. So very different setups for today. It's our first time bike packing, so this is definitely this is to learn and just kind of figure it out as we go. I have a feeling I'm gonna love it. I went with cheap bags. This is a Rhino Walk bag. This is a Rock Bros bag on the front. And then this is a Misabi bag in the middle. If you're ever in Watkins Glen, check out this restaurant though. It's the OR Pub. It's right on the water, right just outside of the town. Highly recommend. The food was amazing. The owner was amazing. Great service, great food, great prices. OAR. Oh, it's called OR Pub Bar and Grill. Look it up. Highly rated. And we're off. Finger Lakes Overnighter. It's going to be about 62 miles. We just got started. We're starting on a rail trail. Beautiful out. This is no rain. It's very windy, but that's okay. It's just going to make it more of a grind. Got Drew up there leading the way. Got Tom behind me. It's going to be a great trip. We're all super excited about this. The Finger Lakes Overnighter starts by taking the Catherine Valley Rail Trail out of Watkins Glen towards Montour Falls, where you will see a beautiful waterfall. It's definitely worth stopping out. But as you can see, this is a really great trail, very well maintained, beautiful scenery, nice and flat and smooth. The first firewall. This is the first waterfall as we're leaving Watkins Glen on the Finger Lakes Overnighter. Beautiful.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad. You allowed to swim in here?
Well, you can't jump. There's no jumping, no swimming. So you have to get up here to be able to see that sign. So
They take all the fun out of it.
exactly.
So this says City Lakes Overnighter. So whatever trip that is,
That's it.
That's what we're on.
Yeah, that's it.
It's beautiful through here. We're only like 4 or 5 miles in. It's a really nice rail trail ride out of the town though. Quite a headwind. We knew it was going to be a windy day, but apparently we're going to have a headwind the entire ride today. It's a north wind and we're heading north, so it's going to be a fun one for sure. It's a nice gradual climb out of town. Then there's a big climb. I think it's a mile 15, but it's a 5-mile climb. And it ranges from like 3% to 10% over the 5 miles. So it's going to be a fun one for sure. Look how beautiful this is. Handle.
Oh yeah.
So I can turn
Yeah,
it.
the handle, that's cool.
Yeah.
I have a little one that like that, not a nice one like that one.
Yeah. Well, this turns into a stand too.
Yes. Because when I bought mine, it came with a little tripod. You know?
Yeah.
But not a nice one like that.
Oh, this was like $10 on Amazon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Looks sturdy. Now what this one does, I don't know if yours does this.
It's a cool little bridge. There's Drew and Tom way up there. I had to stop. We're on our first big climb of the day. We're feeling pretty good, right guys?
Yes, sir.
Feeling good, Tom?
Make it work.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to show you this view. Look at this. This beautiful country out here. I think people forget what's around them when they get busy in their day-to-day lives. And they just don't stop and look around, but look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Pretty big climb still. We're about, I think about halfway up this big hill. We've been going for a while. About 11 miles into the ride. Actually, 10.9 miles into the ride and 862 feet of climbing so far. So we're hitting a lot of climbs. We'll definitely break 1,000 feet, I think, on this one. But it's a great ride so far. Highly recommend this route, especially if you're new to bikepacking. It's just, it's an overnight. It's nothing crazy. There's support along the way, mini marts and so forth. So highly recommend it. Whew, it's a windy one. We came from the bottom of that valley, where that mountain is over there. We started at the bottom. Now we're here. 11 miles in and 1,000 feet of climbing. As you can see, we are only halfway through the total amount of climbing on this hill. We are at 11 miles and we still are only halfway up. If you look at this picture, you can see we have a long way to go to the top. 10 miles to our first stop with food and supplies. It's a mini mart. I didn't fill up all my water bottles for the whole ride because I knew I was going to stop there, and I know we had this big climb, so I didn't want to carry the extra weight, but I'll fill everything up from that point on. This way I'll have enough for the rest of the trip. But yeah, it's great weather, great temperature. Can't complain about this at all. It's a little windy, but loving it. This is a great route so far. Whew. All right, just finished most of the big climbs, I think, for a little while. It's gonna level out. Look at this view. There goes Tom flying by. Look at that view. That's one of the Finger Lakes over there, I think. I don't know. But now we're on the good stuff. It's the good gravel roads. So much better than regular roads we're riding. Lots of fun. Big hill coming up. 12.5 miles in. We're 1,200 feet of climbing so far. And 600 of those 1,200 feet of climbing were the last 3 miles we went up. So it was some pretty steep climbing for a short distance, but we got some nice rolling hills, beautiful country out here. Windy. Getting all over the road. First support stop coming up in about 8 miles. It's a little mini mart. Fill up all the water. Grab more snacks and stuff. Everything's going really good. This is such an awesome route. Just incredibly beautiful countryside. Again, I can't recommend this one enough if you're in the area or not far from the Finger Lakes. It's just such a great beginner bikepacking trip. Oh, climbing a massive hill into just some nasty headwind. Not exactly fun, but a good challenge. But look at this. The beat's working. You are not joking. Look at this. How you feeling, Tommy? Hell yeah. Look at that view, Tom. Oh my God. Just amazing countryside out here. We came from that house way down in the distance on the road, all the way to the top of this one. It was a long, steady grind of a climb with a 15 to 20 mile an hour headwind the whole time. But we're good. We're having fun. Good stuff. All right, we hit the highest peak of the day. We're at 14.5 miles, 1,700 feet of climbing. Look at this view. Look at that. How are we doing, Tommy?
Awesome.
Beautiful. Just beautiful country out here. This is a pretty big descent. So we're gonna take it kind of slow because we have a lot of weight on our bikes. And kind of want to see how it handles with all the weight. Don't want to burn through brakes or damage rotors with heat. So gear's holding up good. No issues so far. Take a little breather here and then we'll hit downhill and keep on trucking. Beautiful scenery out here. I know I said it a lot. I know. We're over 20 miles in. We just stopped in Odessa at the mini mart. Got snacks, filled up our water. Got about 13 miles to go until we hit the Finger Lakes National Forest and our campsite. But it's going great. As you can tell, probably there was just this nasty headwind the whole way. Honestly, no matter what direction we have a headwind, it's the weirdest thing. Thank you, Mother Nature. Definitely in the wrong gear for climbing this hill, but I'm filming, so just got to suffer through. All right, time to get back to biking.
Man, that's pretty.
All right, 25 miles in. This is what the road looks like we're on right now. It's a great road.
Texas Hollow?
This is Texas Hollow State Forest? That makes sense. That's where we're at.
Hollow Road.
8 more miles or so until we get to the campground. We got .25 miles, 2,300 feet of climbing. We're averaging 9.2 miles per hour. Not bad. I just had to break out the secret weapon. Sour Patch watermelon gummies. These are my secret weapon when biking. I love them. Let's keep going. We have officially reached Finger Lakes National Forest, and they're throwing us just a doozy of a freaking climb as soon as we get in here. That's gonna be a nasty climb right there. Oh, what we got here? A pretty little waterfall. Good water source. Oh yeah, I'd filter that, no problem. Thankfully we were able to fill up in town at the mini mart. Beautiful out here though. Tom, we got a nasty climb ahead of us. You see that?
I see that, yeah.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a rough one. Look at this. I mean, come on. Freaking gorgeous. This is why I do it. This is why I love biking. You know, you get out here, you see so many things you don't see when driving. This part of the Finger Lakes Trail there. I mean, it's the best. It's the best way to see the world is by bike. I truly believe that. When you're in a car, you're driving fast, you have to focus on the road, you can't look around much. Look at this. I mean, come on. It's unreal. That's why I really feel that way. I really feel it's the best thing in the world. And I'm telling you, I think I'm going to love bikepacking. We are, let's see, 31 miles in. about 1.5 miles from the campground. So I'm gonna set up the tripod when I get there, unpack all my gear, talk about all the gear I'm using. Maybe this is helpful to somebody. I really hope it is, because I could not find any videos on YouTube with around this route specifically, the Finger Lakes Overnighter. So hopefully anybody who's interested, this is super helpful to them. But yeah, this has been an awesome trip so far. So see you at the campground. All right, we made it. Blueberry Patch Campground. We're getting everything set up here. It's actually pretty nice campground with bathrooms. There's a surprising amount of people here. When we were pulling in, most of the sites we were looking at were already full. We were thinking, uh-oh, we might have to find different sites. But no, thankfully we got a nice site here. So pretty excited. I'm going to set up the tripod. So all right, we're getting all packed up here. Day 2, Finger Lakes Overnighter. Had a not a great night's sleep. Still trying to work out my sleeping setup. I got to figure out my pillow, and I think I want to get one of those fitted sheets for the air pad, for the sleeping pad, so I can use my sleeping bag as a blanket instead of a sleeping bag, because I move around a lot and I felt like a sardine wrapped up in that thing, or like a mummy or something. But getting everything loaded up here. It's a beautiful morning, no wind, perfect temperature for biking. This is gonna be a great second day. We did 75% of the climbing yesterday, so today's gonna be nice and just rolling hills and a long descent down into Watkins Glen. So it's gonna be great. All right, day 2 of the Finger Lakes Overnighter. More climbing. We took a little detour. There was a single track section that looked way overgrown. Car back. I'll show you on the map. But it was very overgrown. So we bypassed it and went down another dirt road. And of course, now we're paying the taxes for that with this another big climb that we didn't know we had today. So So still beautiful out here. As you can see, everything around here is just gorgeous. So definitely can't complain. Perfect weather. Less headwind than yesterday, which is nice. But yeah, checking in a little bit. We are 8.5 miles in. Look at that view. So we actually go through a pasture here. This trail goes through this pasture. 8.5 miles in, that's 42.5 total on the trip. So
Save you some, Thomas. That's all I got.
we're all running low on water. We got to find some water source to filter it. I'm hoping in this next section of National Forest we'll find something.
There.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, this is a lot of people out hiking today, it looks like.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a great view.
All right, come on through.
All right, let's keep going. That's Seneca Lake out there in the distance. We are 10.5 miles in, another 700 feet of climbing. Heading up this. We did take a little detour. So if you look at the map, where we're at on the map there, we took a little detour because it was super muddy through there and it got pretty gnarly. So we decided to just pass that top loop and then we're going to cut back through the woods after we make this right and climb this hill. But yeah, this is great. How you doing, Tom?
Good.
Having a blast. This is good times. Whew, just prepared for cow pastures. We're in a cow pasture right now. It is a muddy grind. I was hoping to see some cows, but it is super soft through here. So it's beautiful, but what a grind, huh?
Yeah, very soft, muddy.
Yeah, wasn't quite ready for that. Drew's an overachiever, that's why he's way up there. But yeah, it's cool, but if you can come when it hasn't rained for a couple weeks, definitely highly recommend that because it's a grind through here for sure. We're doing a little hike a bike through here, super muddy and slow. The ground is just so soft, like you can see where the cows walk, like they just make these massive holes in the ground. So I was actually going faster walking than biking, trying to grind through it. So that's why we're playing hike a bike. And that's okay. It's okay to hike a bike every once in a while if you need to. But it is beautiful. Holy muddy section. Well, this is gonna be fun to cross. I was hoping to get away with dry shoes, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Let's do this. All right, we're just stopped. I want to point out this water source to people. So we are 12 miles in on the second day, which is 46 miles in total. We just found a water source. Here's on the map. So once you hit that trail, you see the blue dot. There's a water source right at the bottom that you can filter water. So it's back through there. We just came out of there into another pasture, unfortunately. I don't ever want to see a pasture again. Right?
Yes.
Honestly. Almost there. About 50 miles in. It's the last climb of the day. Ooh, thank goodness. Feeling it in my legs a little bit. But then from this point, it's like literally, I think, all downhill. Or flat and mostly downhill from there. But what an adventure this has been. So much fun. Beautiful out here. This is the stuff you do things like this, you remember it for the rest of your life. That's why I'm doing it. One day I'm gonna sit there and say, I have no regrets. I did everything I wanted to do. I suggest you do the same. Try to, at least. So much fun. Another cow pasture. Hopefully it's more double track road. This stays out of the cow pasture. But our luck, probably going to be more cow pasture. Woo! Honestly, I never want to bike through a cow pasture again.
I'm with you. I don't need to ever do that.
No.
I probably will next year if I really.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so my GoPro died for the last part of this, but it was all downhill. It would have been super hard to film anyway because I was just going way too fast with a lot of gear on my bike, and there was no way I could have filmed that while trying to maintain control and, not crash and die. So, but we got back into town, into Watkins Glen, and it was a great ride. Okay, so a couple lessons learned, right? So this is not necessarily a ride for beginners. Definitely want to be in cycling shape. Be able to go out and do 50, 60 mile rides comfortably and climb a lot of hills. Definitely that's tip number one. Two, one thing I wish I did before I set out was I wish I set up my tent, my sleeping pad, and everything either in my living room or in the yard just to see how comfortable it is. Because what I found out is it wasn't very comfortable the way I set it up. And I would have definitely done things a little bit different if I had known that ahead of time. So set up all your gear, make sure it works fine, and make sure you're comfortable, right? And then if you're not, figure out what to do. Number three, even if you're you still have water. If you come across a good water source, go and top your bottles off, fill anything up you can, because water sources are not guaranteed. There was one we thought we were going to hit, and it was dry. So we were actually out of water for a little while. Not like dangerously out of water, but I just, it was a warm day and we were biking on, so I would have liked more water. We did find another water source, and I did point that out. But yeah, definitely, I wish I would have filtered water when I found more water sources earlier in the ride. Other than that, I mean, it was a great route. We had a lot of fun. Make sure your bike's capable. You bring enough gear. People always say don't overpack, but if it's your first time out, pack whatever you want and as much as you want. I mean, you got to carry it, obviously, but yeah, I definitely overpacked a bit, but it was my first time. I didn't know what to expect, so it was worth it. So definitely, be prepared, bring enough food, enough water, and so forth. Plan your route, look at your maps, and but I'm telling you, bike packing is awesome. Highly recommend it. This is definitely our first of many bike packing trips. So if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. I'm always responding and happy to answer any questions. But hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was helpful to people who want to do that route. So take care.